Is your dream of owning a fighter jet turned into a nightmare? Perhaps you've been thinking a little bit about how to get your own jet fighter. You might be standing there imagining, think what I could do with it.
You are in restricted airspace. Divert your course or you will be shot down.
All the fun you could have. But, one small problem. Fort Zancudo. So how do you get your own jet fighter? Well, don't worry. I'm here to help. I've tried this a number of times, and I'm going to give you my best tips and strategies. Let's start off with who is best to use. There's Franklin, and of course there is Michael, who gets a little mad, but he looks tame compared to the crazy Trevor, Phillips. Do I need to say more? Now they each have special skills. Franklin driving, Michael shooting, and Trevor both shooting and rage. Now, how exactly do you unlock those special skills or utilize them? Well, you take your controller like this and you push in the buttons, both those buttons to activate. And to deactivate, you simply push in the buttons again, or maybe hit a triangle and steal something. So, I kind of like Trevor here, and that's because of the air hanger thing, which we will look at in a little more detail later on. Next, let's go back to the tough question of Fort Zancudo, which we see right here from the air. Now, it looks like an innocent and harmless place, but any of us that have been through there or tried to get in there know that's far from the case. In fact, our scouting helicopter was shot down, so we weren't able to gather intel from the air. We did get some photos from the ground, however. There we are outside. There's the bridge leading in. And there's the security guard very happy to see us. So happy he pointed his gun at us. I was thinking of taking a car in there, but decided not to. There's a view from across the river. And there's a view crossing the bridge. There's a view of the tunnel. There's a view in the tunnel. And of course, another view of the guard post. Uh-oh, I got some good news. Good news. I've just got some of the photos from our helicopter, so let's take a look. Here's an overview of Fort Zancudo, which I've circled there. Yeah, Fort Zancudo from far off. All right, here's another view of Fort Zancudo from the air. Pretty decent size. Here's another picture right there. And another photo right here. Now, if you look at this photo, so if you look at this hangar I've highlighted in green there, that is my favorite hangar to take jets out of. They're not always in it, but it's my favorite one to take jets out of because you can't get shot at as much when you're in the inside of there, so you have a better chance of escaping. The red question mark is a hodgepodge of different spots where I've seen jets. They're not always there, but they could be there. It's a random thing. The do not enter spots obviously are places if you enter, you're going to have stars. They're really the only two ways I know to get in, besides maybe jumping the fence or flying in, which can be risky too. Now let's digress a little bit and look at what you need to get in there. First, there's body armor. Gotta have that. Next, you need a car, preferably a fast one, but something that runs good. And of course, you need to own a hangar. If you look at this picture of Los Santos and we go closer to the ocean, there's this place, this runway. Let's look at it a little closer. It's called Los Santos International Airport. Now, if you've got Michael or Franklin, you could buy a hangar at the airport. Only problem is it costs a lot of money, over $1 million. So you're probably not going to want to do that. Now, of course, Trevor, he's stole his own hangar, and that's why I prefer to choose him. So you're driving around wherever you're driving around, and you get some body armor. That's step one. Now, step two is to get there. And Fort Zancudo is a long ways from Los Santos. So what do?
Stay where you are. I got a driver right around the corner.
Good work.
Well, of course, you figure out ways to save time, like calling a taxi. You could alternatively just save your game with a good car outside of the fort, but, you know, do you really want those big loading times? This will take some time, too. Come back here. Come on. Here we go. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, there's the taxi I called for. So you get inside that taxi, and you get taken there. But at this point, you're thinking,
Where can I take you?
he'll take me there, but he won't take me inside.
Fort Sorry, man.
And of course, you're right. No worries, though. I have a secret plan. It involves holding down the triangle button. That allows you to hijack the taxi. And the next thing you know, you're headed inside Fort Zancudo. One little problem. The taxi's not as fast as some other vehicles, but hey, we've got Trevor Phillips, and we're going to use his rage to our advantage. Okay, now for the fun part. Watch out for these armed guys that will shoot you down to pieces. You can see them there. Nobody. Look at the body armor. There it is! There it is! There it is! Hurry! 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 He didn't even use the rage. The rage can be very effective. Alright, we're in. We're in. Okay. Right trigger button to give it gas. Alright, R up to make it move. Alright, let's go. Careful with the control joystick. There we go. Keep it low. Don't get shot out.
Airspace, divert immediately.
Alright, I like to move up and down a lot there. We'll take a look at a little more detail in the next one. Alright, here's another attempt at the fort. Like I said, I like to move it up and down a lot so you don't get shot out of the air. Well, that's a nice rule. Alright. You can obviously, you don't have to take a taxi. You can take other types of vehicles. But, you know. Now, if you had Franklin, you can get through a little faster with the vehicle. But we're using Trevor for specific rage abilities. And, oh my gosh, there's a jet. That's really good, right? Okay, now we gotta take advantage of Trevor here. Alright, let's eliminate some of the potential problems that will shoot us up before we get in the jet. Alright, that's it. We hit our triangle button to get in the jet and lose our rage. And of course, bottom right corner of the trigger, bottom right trigger. Let's gas it, gas it. All right, turn a little bit, turn a little bit. Yeah, we're getting shot at. All right.
This is U.S. Army airspace. Divert or we will take you down.
You got to move a lot, otherwise you get shot out of the air. Don't want that. Okay, we're up in the air. That's good, right? Alright, well that's half of it. You can see we got 4 stars here. I really want to use my rockets, but I really don't. Because if we engage, we will stay at 4 stars. Maybe we get upgraded to 5. Alright, well, I mean, that's what we get the jet for, to engage, right? Wrong. Because we don't have the jet until we got it in the hangar. We don't have it in our hangar, we don't have the jet. Because when we pass away or whatever, get wasted, we're not going to get our jet back. So what I'm doing right here is I am looking for the runway. It's a little dark out. I'm going to try to land it on the runway that Trevor has. And and stick it in his hangar. Let's see if we can do it here. Nice slow approach. Don't use the missile. Don't use the missile. Good. Good. There you go. Okay. Here we go. Going for landing. Obviously, we're slowing down. We got our wheels out. Phew. Made it. Well, we made it to the runway. Now we just got to do the semi-easy part. Coast through the runway. And hang a left and get this thing parked in the hangar. And once we get this parked in the hangar, it's ours for good. Just like that reconnaissance helicopter you see right there. So here we are, hanging to the left. I'm going to try to put it in there. Here we go. Alright, a little bit of gas. A little bit of gas. We're in. Did it take it? Did it take it? Alright. Yep. They took it. That sign's up there. Nothing more exciting than having the jet in your hangar, having the option to, do whatever you want. That's what makes this game a lot of fun. It's very tricky, very challenging. Hopefully you can execute. Get in there safely. If not, keep calling the taxi up and to learn how to fly. Fly safely, and then of course land in the hangar. You can do all that stuff. You'll have your own jet, and it'll be pretty awesome. This is me signing out. Thank you for watching.